All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Ronald Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on second down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And break. The tight end's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And he'll go down at the 28. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. To throw on second down is gone. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Forced out to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
White on 2nd down. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
White. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead grows to 10-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Set! 319! 319! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Muscling free near the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
To throw on second down, here's White. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
319! 319!
Here's White. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's gone. A dump underneath to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Taylor. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 184.
On second down, here's Goff. There he goes inside the 30. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A give to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. White looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Slow.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Get him, boys!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff on first down. Finding room to the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. First and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun, gone. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Throwing on third. Goff. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On first down, it's White. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey. Back.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now White. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, White. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw again. White. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, White. That escapes the sack. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case,
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whirling, 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 whirling.
Goff now looks to throw. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Whoa. Start left here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 4 ball.
This is Thomas Rawls, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. The give is to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now White on third down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A handoff left, Elliott. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go to Elliott again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
White to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now White. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taco Charlton able to drop him for a loss of 4.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Goff. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Returnable now for Saunders. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another carry tonight for the workhorse, Elliott. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
No.
Toss left to Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So out come the Bucs now. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
14.
From the red zone now, Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Elliott, toss right. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They'll go again to Jones. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat...
it.